Hey, what's going on, guys? Big D here, and welcome back to the Town Hall 11 Coast to Max. We're going to be practicing some Queen Charge LaLo today because I've been using it on my main account, and I want to go ahead and carry over that practice to my Town Hall 11 just to get really solid with the Queen Charge LaLo. So that's what we're going to be using today. But first, we need to do an upgrade in the laboratory here. Only two left, the Giant and the Archer. Of course, we're going to do the Archer because it helps out in the Queen ability just a little bit, giving us some higher level archers in there. So 8 million elixir, 8-day upgrade. We're going to go ahead and start that in the laboratory because we were full up on the elixir, and I figure we might as well farm while we're out there doing these attacks. So without further ado, let's try some Queen Charge LaLo. Let's see if we can Queen Charge LaLo this base right here. I think we're gonna go ahead and start the queen down here at the bottom, and we're just gonna figure out where she goes and just kind of try to adapt. We can try to force her to go left, but I don't know if she'll take it because of the order of these buildings that fall. But if she does, we should be able to take out the enemy queen and then go from there. And I don't know, she might turn around here. No, okay, good. We can go ahead and start this, try to get her wall broke in, and she should go in right after this mine falls. There we go. She steps into the wall. Now she's gonna encounter the enemy queen really soon. We're gonna have to drop this rage just to make sure we don't have to force pop her ability because we want that ability for as long as possible. Go ahead and drop the rage right now. She encounters the enemy queen. No problem, we get through that. Now, the enemy king could be a bit of an issue as well. He's nice and tanky and does quite a bit of damage, so we need to watch out for that. Make sure we keep her raged up or freeze the king either way. And I'm really hoping that this single target inferno doesn't do us in. Let's go ahead and drop another rage. We have two bows firing on her, and potentially the enemy king gonna step up soon. Yeah, glad I dropped. You know what? We can actually drop the poison. I don't think there's anything in the clan council. Doesn't seem to be. So let's see. She's actually gonna walk back down and around to the right, which is actually advantageous. That's a plus for us. She gets some extra value. We still have a rage and 4 frees to devote to the queen if possible. We're running a little low on time, so we're gonna start the LaLo. Let me see. We're actually going to send in the king over here, kind of start clean up a little bit, and then send in the LaLo up top here. Get the Grand Warden in with that. We can actually break in the king later as well. Let's get some cleanup going here. And we're going to haste. We're going to freeze and start some more of the LaLo up top here as well. And we're going to have to pop. Oh, the queen's ability pop. Let's drop this rage. Let's pop this ability. We're going to haste again. Let's actually freeze over this, pop the king's ability. Wow, Queen Charge LaLo has a lot of different components to it, and it's why I don't really do it that often, is because of all the components. They don't always work out in my favor. We really need this eagle to go down. We're gonna freeze it again. It's gonna get one shot off, but these other balloons should get in here and take it out. King is still alive. Everything has used their abilities already, but all of the defenses are down. 30 seconds to go in the raid. We should have enough cleanup with the queen, king, warden, and all these balloons. We actually had a hound that did not pop, but we have actually crushed this base. We still have the stone slammer with the troops in it as well. This is the strength of the Queen Charge LaLo. Over 1 million loot. Let's see what the Queen Charge LaLo can do here. We really need the queen to get taken out. So I would love to come in over here to grab the eagle, but the queen has to be the priority. So let's see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to actually send in the king first, I think, to funnel for the queen. Let's see. I really need him to run down here. So hopefully he turns around for the archer tower and we can pop his ability and get him running around. There we go. Let's go ahead and pop that. And then we can start the queen charge and get some cocoa loons in there. Gonna try to get this wall break to happen nice and early as well. Let's go ahead and rage here, try to keep the queen up against the enemy king. And we are soaking up a few sands with those balloons. Let's send in one more for good measure, and we will actually send in a baby dragon over here. Try to make sure my queen does take the wall break, and send in an extra wall breaker just to get in here. And the queen's gonna have to get through this entire town hall. Got a lot of health, but we might just speed it up with the rage spell. No, she's getting through it just fine. Awesome. The arch tower actually goes down to the baby dragon as well, so that is perfect. Gonna get a good path to the enemy queen here, and we're gonna have to drop a rage for her there as well, because I'm not sure what, if anything, is in that clan castle, so we're gonna have to hold on to that poison spell for that. The enemy queen should go down pretty easily. There we go, but we actually activated the eagle by dropping so much stuff, so Gonna struggle just a little bit to stay up. I'm gonna have to keep her raged up. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? I guess we're gonna actually try to save the queen over here. So let's get the LaLo working in down here, and let's get this going. Try to get some cleanup in early as well. Let's freeze this. Let's haste through here as well. What is getting targeted by the eagle? Okay, let's pop the Grand Warden ability there. Send the rest of the LaLo in on this side. Let's actually freeze the eagle, and we're actually going to haste here as well. Queen looks really good. Don't need to use the rage on her. Let's also freeze this sweeper, get some more cleanup in, and we're actually going to wait for the rest of this. We have both hounds up. We really want them to pop, to be honest, for the cleanup. We only have 50 seconds to make it through the base, though, so it's looking a little bit bad for time. There's so much cleanup that needs to happen. Let's rage through here. Both of the hounds seem to have popped, and all the pups got burned. Unfortunately, I did not pop that, or I didn't drop that rage early enough, but we are looking good for the triple if the queen can, thank you, turn around for the Tesla. That's exactly what I was going to say, because the balloons need to stop up here. We're actually going to pop this stone slammer because we want the dragon to start cleaning up as well. And we can pop the queen's ability to get through this wall. The rest of the base is cleaned up. We only have 18 seconds though. Will we make it through with the triple? Let's swag both of these spells out here. 96%, 97, 98, 99, and it does look like we actually are going to end up with the triple once again for over 1 million loot. See, this is the true strength of Queen Charge LaLo. Another 1 million loot raid on a dead Town Hall 11 this time, so it should be a little bit easier, but I cannot mess this up, otherwise I'm not going to get all of the loot. Even though it is a dead base, there's a big chance that I mess this up and I don't 3-star, because I'm really new to Queen Charge LaLo at this level. Even at Town Hall 11, I never really did Queen Charge LaLo. I did mostly Electron LaLo, I think, at Town Hall 11. That was the big thing for me. LaLo has many different shapes and forms, but a lot of people revere the Queen Charge LaLo as the strongest if mastered. So that's what I am trying to do, kind of trying to master Queen Charge LaLo right now, just so I can be one of those few who have mastered it. Is not going perfectly, let me tell you that. I am a LaLo attacker, but the Queen Charge aspect is really, really hard for me to pay attention to. Look at that, I'm losing healers already. I'm gonna have to freeze this. Let's rage through here. Let's freeze the enemy queen. Oh, okay. And oh, I dropped another freeze on the air defense, even though the sweeper pushed my healers away. So wasting some freezes already, but it's okay. We are dealing with a dead base here, so we're looking okay. Queen's gonna come back into the second section that I wall broke. Hopefully we can take down the air defense before I lose any more healers here. Sweeper's actually kind of helping us here because there's nothing firing on the queen, but it's keeping the healers nice and safe. Queen actually is going to reverse and come all the way down this side, which is actually perfect for me. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop the king over here, going to take out one of these wizard towers, then we're going to kind of send in the LaLo to save him. Queen is taking a little bit of damage, only having 4 healers on her, and them getting pushed by the sweeper is kind of hurting us a bit. We're going to drop this rage, and let's freeze this X-bow, try to keep her nice and healthy. We can pop the king ability and then kind of start to send in this LaLo over here. Let's see. Let's send in the stone slammer over here. Queen is still looking okay. Let's send in a haste up top, and we have to try to make sure we're sending in everything to clean up as we sweep the base with the LaLo. We're looking pretty good. We're gonna haste over here. We had one hound pop. Let's pop the queen's ability, keep her safe, and get all this cleanup in. We're looking pretty good right now. We really want the other hound to pop as well, but there are no air defenses left, so I don't think that's going to be possible, especially since a lot of the stuff here in the court is dead. But we're looking really good. We didn't have to pop the Grand Warden ability, mostly because of the dead base, but the king is still up in the core. We're gonna go ahead and pop the ability and swag this poison spell, and that's gonna be another triple with Queen Charge LaLo for over 1 million loot on this one. I'm gonna get one more army ready and we'll go back out for one final attack. We found another 1 million loot raid, and this one's actually a really strong Town Hall 11, nice and alive. Let's see if the Queen Charge LaLo can take it down. I'm gonna try to get in here towards the enemy queen and this multi-target inferno. Hopefully I can drive my queen to walk down and into this little alleyway. Hopefully this is a good funnel break. I'm hoping it is. So let's send in some Coco Loons for these healers, and She should walk right in here. We're actually going to go ahead and send in the king nice and early as well. Want to try and make sure she heads on in here. Then we're going to try to send in a wall breaker. Come on, queen. Thank you very much. Let's send in the super wall breaker. Perfect. Attacks the perfect wall that I'm looking for, and that should be what leads the queen in. And you know, we can actually hold on to the next wall breaker because I don't want it to break the wrong wall here. Let's pop the king's ability. I see his health getting a little bit low, and the queen should be fine here. As soon as she steps up to this multi, though, I'm going to drop this rage spell a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and drop it a little bit in right here. The multi does go down. I didn't want to lose my healers. That was the main thing. Let's freeze over the enemy queen and the air defense as well as the X-bow. Get this taken care of. And our healers look pretty good right now. Not getting targeted by the air defense. There we go. The air defense goes down. Let me send in this wall breaker. And unfortunately, it is going to target the incorrect wall. But that was to be seen. I figured that was going to happen. Let's drop another rage. Let's freeze over these X-bows. Come on, get healed up for the eagle shots. Come on, queen. I'm going to freeze it again because the eagle shots are going to do a ton of damage. Let me send in the LaLo, actually. Send it in nice and early. And she's going to step away from these X-bows, so that's perfect. She's going to stay up. Oh, I forgot to send in my warden. Let's send in the first hound right here. We're actually going to freeze this as well. And we're going to send in this stone slammer. Queen is still looking good. She's moving through the base nicely. Let me get this minion in here. Gonna try to clean up as we move around the base. And let's pop the Grand Warden ability right here. We're gonna haste these balloons around and get some more minions working through. And we do still have a rage, and I actually want to go ahead and rage after this multi goes down. Come on. Here we go. Let's rage through this end of the base. The hound pops. Perfect. That's what we were looking to do. And we still have the stone slammer with the dragon inside it for the end if we need to. We're actually going to go ahead and burn this haste as well just to get through the back end of the base a little bit quicker because we are running a little low on time. Queen is still up though in the back end of the base. Looks pretty crushed as well. Only 25 seconds to go, but the balloons are going to split around. Queen is still up. Let's pop her ability through this wall and swag this poison that we ended up not needing. Again, this is what Queen Charge LaLo is all about. Keeping the queen up to the end of the raid and crushing bases. And as long as you can keep the queen up, you can usually 3-star. Of course, there are some pretty key elements. You got to take out the enemy queen and set a good path, which I try to do every single time. But as long as you can keep that queen alive till the end, you have a pretty good shot at tripling the base. And we actually came out with almost max gold, which is perfect because we have 3 builders we need to use today. But first, let me go ahead and train up another army so I don't forget later on. Now we're looking to try to finish up all of the archer towers first because they're the most important out of the cannons and mortars and the archer towers. They can target air and ground, so they do more damage to more targets. So that's what we're looking to do. So 7 million gold, and we can get another one started for an 8-day upgrade, and we can start moving that over. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to put down all of them or not. We're going to try, though. Let's grab what's in the treasury. That gives us 5 million. Let's see. I do have a bunch of metals. We can actually grab some gold with metals. I know it's not the best way to use them, but sometimes you got to do it if you have these builders available. I don't want them sitting around being lazy. So, another archer tower, 7 million gold. And you know what? Actually, I can do it once again. Let's use some more metals. We're going to have to grab 3 of these, and that should put us over 8 million gold, but that is going to be enough to do the last archer tower, another 8-day upgrade, and we can move it on over. Trying to get all these defenses moving up. Of course, the cannon should have another level. They, in fact, do. So we have all of these cannons to do once again and 5 of them to do once still before we can do them again. But we're going to, like I said, try to get the archer towers going first because they are more important. But that is going to do it for me today. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of my Town Hall 11 Coast to Max. You guys are all amazing, and I will see you in the next one.